say to you what every warrior has known since the beginning of time. Conquer your fear! And I promise you, you will conquer death! Victory or death! Victory or death!
I turned it into an empire.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
The ancient kingdom of Macedonia, located in the north of Greece, was known for its cavalry. But before Philip II took the Macedonian throne, the army was not considered a match for the aggressive tribes on the kingdom's borders, nor for the trained hoplite Greek armies. However, Philip II implemented reforms as soon as he became king. In order to create a professional, full-time fighting force, he provided regular pay and promotion to his troops. Philip also introduced new weapons, including the famous sarissa, a 5-meter, that's 18 foot, long pike with a pointed iron head. The sheer length of the sarissa allowed the Macedonian troops to impale their enemies, whose shorter swords came nowhere near to them, and thereby making the close formation hoplite-style fighting the Greeks used before obsolete. To build his army, Philip took a poorly disciplined group of men and turned them into a great army. To begin with, he increased the size of the army from 10,000 to 24,000 men, and expanded the cavalry from 600 to 3,500. In addition to that, he created a unit of engineers to develop siege weaponry such as towers and catapults. Later, Alexander would use these towers with devastating effect at the siege of Tyre. The very nature of the phalanx required constant drilling, and both men, Alexander and Philip, demanded strict obedience. Harsh punishments would be given out to those who disobeyed orders. Like Alexander after him, Philip required an oath of allegiance to the king for all soldiers who would fight in his army. Philip also started to provide uniforms to his soldiers, a simple idea that gave each man a sense of unity and solidarity. Beside the obvious, there was a logic behind what Philip did. Each soldier would no longer be loyal to a particular region or province or even town, as now he would be loyal only to the king. These men who would fight for Philip and Alexander would remain dedicated to the king, and to the glory of Macedonia, obviously. And Alexander's army had to be very loyal to him, because who else would basically walk to the end of the known world, basically just following orders. So yeah, go to the end of the world, because I said so. The fundamental fighting unit became the taxis, which usually composed 1,540 men, and it was commanded by a taxiarch. Yeah, apparently not only Alexander had this lack of creativity. Every taxis was broken into distinct subdivisions. A taxis was composed of 3 lochoi, or 512 men, 32 dekas, a line of 10 men, and which really frustrates me because that doesn't make sense. Dekas, the Greek word for 10 men. But yeah, they chose to update this and make it 16 men, so that it doesn't make any sense anymore. But anyway, each unit had its own commander, making communications far easier, and therefore tactical movements far easier.
Is it over?
Yes, it's over.
So there you have it, the army that conquered the known world, forged by Philip and used by Alexander in his conquest for the known world. So what do you think? Which was more important, the army or Alexander's brilliance? Write it into the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can see the next video, which will be about the army of the Roman monarchy. Thank you and bye!